So, you're probably looking at this video thinking, wait a minute, didn't we just see some of these characters? Well, follow me on this one, okay? You know, we have the 18-inch American Girl dolls. Hi, Katarina. Then we just recently got used to Hopscotch Hill, 2003 to 2006. Hi, Skylar. Everybody knows about Welly Wishers by this point. Hello, Ashlyn. We've got these little tiny dolls that sometimes pop up, these little tiny American Girl dolls. But did you know there's actually one more type of American Girl doll? So yeah, while you're looking at the size lineup, we technically have one more line of American Girl dolls. Sorta. I mean, her book has the American Girl doll label. When she was available on the website a long time ago, she did have the American Girl branding all over her, but technically, the correct phrase is Girls of Many Lands. It's through American Girl, but a majority of the girls featured in this lineup actually never would have been to America. Isn't this wild? So, now that you've seen the size lineup, let's get to know our new friend, Spring Pearl. So she is Chou Spring Pearl, otherwise known as Spring Pearl online. Her name is spelled Chou, but it's actually Chou. So it's very important to know. My Chinese is not usually very good. Cantonese, I don't really speak very well. Mandarin, I can only do a few phrases, but I'm not fluent in that at all. So I wanted to make sure that I looked it up before doing this video because I don't want to be disrespectful, especially not with a doll that is this gorgeous. So from 2002 to, I want to say 2005, American Girl tried an experiment called the Girls of Many Lands. And what they were trying to do was target an older audience. I think they were going for ages 10 to 15 instead of their usual tween-only demographic. And the reason why I think this is because these books that they produced with each dolls, not only are they incredibly huge compared to regular American Girl books, like, yep, they are, but the stories get pretty dark. If you can handle Addie's story, then you can pretty much handle this one too in terms of content. Similar to American Girl, they do have a section in the back to teach you about the time period and the placement for the story. In this instance, Spring Pearl's story takes place in China, not America. And the only person who speaks English that she comes across, I believe, is from England. I only read part of the book so far. I haven't finished it yet. Her story is pretty darn tragic. She grew up in the slums. Her parents quite literally work themselves to death. And she gets taken in by this family who are all about appearances. And she's kind of got this attitude of, screw that, I'm going to do my own thing. So I already like her. She is strong-willed and very, very smart. Caveat, though, she does have a lot of anxiety, and I can relate to her a lot on that one. She kind of tries in some areas to be a bit of an overachiever, and she gets down on herself because she can't do some of the things that they want her to. But what she can do is going to reset the entire lives of the family that took her in. So I'm looking forward to finishing the book. It's quite a bit of a read. Now, with these dolls, they are about 9 inches tall, roughly. And all of them have these really elaborate, gorgeous costumes. Like regular American Girl dolls, their hair is wigged and glued on. But then they have like really delicate, I hope this comes up in the camera. There we go. They've got like delicate hairpins and such. They've got these delicate little earrings. And unlike regular dolls, you can't take their clothes off. They are sewn onto the body. So they're more like really old dolls that used to be more popular, like, I want to say 60 to 100 years ago. They have preteen bodies. Each of the girls are 12 years old, so a little bit older than American Girls. And there's not many of them. I think they made about 8 of these dolls total. I haven't seen very many of them online, so I don't know what prototypes might have been out there, but it looks like there's about 8 dolls that did make it to market by 2005. And then abruptly the line just was cut off. No one really knows why, but some people think maybe it was because at the time it was a hard sell. I mean, the dolls were like $54, and this is all you get. And then if you want like a proper stand, if you want like something else to go with the doll that's extra, and ouch, I know that when these dolls came out, the doll market itself was different. We had Bratz, we had Mycene, we had a lot of dolls that had these cartoonish figures about them, and lots of makeup, and lots of trendy clothes. So selling something with intelligence and elegance to it was kind of difficult in the toy market, especially at that price point where we were in economic freefall. So it's really a tragedy that they had to stop the line when they did and we didn't get any more dolls. Because I think this is absolutely perfect. If I had the money back then, I absolutely would have wanted one of these dolls. I couldn't really pick a favorite when I was looking through them online. This one was the only one I could afford, though. I was really lucky. I don't think the seller understood what they had, because the seller cut me a deal. So for $17, I get the doll and the book. Most of these dolls go for a lot more than $17. So I felt like really good that I was able to get it for this price. There's a couple of other dolls in the set, different countries, different time periods. I think they even have a doll from like the 1500s. So we're going way further back in time than American Girl's Kaya. So I thought that was really interesting. And like I said, it's a real shame that this line was cut short. I think maybe if they dropped the price tag some, and maybe if they tried this again, I think it would be easier to find some collectors looking for these dolls. But that's just my personal opinion. So what do you folks think? I think Spring Pearl is absolutely exquisite. I think she is a very beautiful doll, and I'm eager to see if I can find any more in this collection at a reasonable price, and I'm really glad that I have her. I think she's a wonderful complement to the line, and I think also it's important to have dolls like this to get kids interested, not just in history, period, like we have with American Girl, but in different time periods and especially for different countries. We really don't have anything in terms of education going on right now for anything outside of America. Our educational system right now is pretty pitiful, and this could have helped close that gap. One thing that this book is good at, that American Girl books in general are pretty good at, is giving you a character that you can kind of see the world through. It's not a POV character, but you follow the girl on this journey as if you're right there with her, so you can kind of see the world through her eyes. And I feel like if we had more books like this for kids, all genders, I really feel like we could have a generation that would be a lot more involved than what we've got right now. But that's just me, hoping for the best and all. But yeah, I really like this series. I'm sad that it was cut short, and I'm looking forward to trying to find a few more pieces out of this line. What do you folks think? If you had one of these dolls, or if you're curious about them, let me know in the comments how you feel. And thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.